Well, hey, folks, and what is up? Welcome into the Pegasus Actual Podcast, and you might notice
Hey.
something different. If we have the beautiful Arwen Avalon on cam,
Hey,
finally.
y'all. His
But
fault. Oh, wait, other side. Zach's
yep,
fault. His fault. His fault. I still can't get
You're
used to
welcome.
it.
You're quite welcome.
oh, nice, Zach, nice. So right before the show, we put out our promo tweet, and Nikki Klein retweeted us, so thank you. Big thanks to Nikki. Obviously, she has a lot of followers, and that really helps us out. And um, I'm so glad that Nikki does that for us. She's an absolute gem for doing that, and and she's pretty awesome. I really like Nikki. She's based. She is a freedom loving person, and she's actually turned me on to some good Twitter follows, some freedom minded people, and I appreciate that from Nikki Klein. So big shout out to her for what she does to help this show out, and even just retweeting it. That's awesome. That we could say. There's a Battlestar Galactica actress that actually has our back, so it's really cool. So I appreciate that from Nikki. Um, I also want to thank everybody for coming in today and checking out Pegasus Actual. I know we didn't do it last week. Arwen had some internet issues. I had some stuff going on. As you guys know, I kind of had a very, very rough week last week. So it's nice to be back in the saddle, of course, with Brightest and, of course, Arwen. Having the gang back together means a lot. I really needed this tonight, and I think so did Arwen. And we're just super happy, and we're super happy to see you guys. And we got a whole lot of people to welcome in the chat. So let me scroll up and start from the beginning. Hail to Lopter, of course. He was first. Props to you, Lopter. You got first comment in. Hail to Steven. Great to see Steven. Uh, Steve, if you're not busy, if you got time free, DM me because I want you to come back on here because you are an OG member of Pegasus. And if you are actually have free time, I want to send you a link and bring you on here because this is going to be a fun discussion. Fury Kitten, hail to you. Zax, hail to you, my friend. And yeah, thank you for giving me the compliment about spaces. I'm really kind of getting used to doing the Twitter spaces. I like it. I did a great one today. Janet from Another Planet and Trina both helped me with it. So props to those ladies. And yeah, that was really awesome. Hail to Tehillim. Hail to Comrade Root Korean Tony. Good to see you, my friend. Uh, Freeze Peach Gaming, great to see you, dude. And speaking of that space, Freeze Peach was a big part of it, and he brought some excellent thoughts to the table in that conversation, and I just want to recognize him. Make sure you sub to Freeze Peach too. I want to really get his channel kickstarted. I know that he and I spoke today a little bit, and I really want to kind of get him sort of used to this community and get his name out there and introduce him to everyone because he's Free Speech is really awesome, really great guy, and I think the world of him already. And hail to Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Tommy is so awesome, a great mod for so many years, and also a great content creator in his own right. Please support and sub to our friend Tommy. Good person. He is an asshole by his own admission, but he's a nice asshole. So don't forget that. And Tommy's working on a logo for me. So thank you personally, Tommy. And just wanted to say it in front of everybody, man. Thank you. You're really awesome for doing that for me. And you're one of the most wonderful friends I got, dude. And also want to say hello to Ashley. Great to see you, Ashley Lynn, and Steven, aka Steven's better half. Hail to Toxic Fusion. Great to see you. Shane Nolan. Great to see you, my friend. Awesome. And want to say hello as well to. Let's see. I just had it in. I lost. Ah, here we go. Lady Mist, of course. Lady Mist, a wonderful Lady Mist that supports so many of our channels and our content. Oh, she is absolutely awesome, and she's always here in the chats on Thursday. So it's great to see her as well. And I think we're caught up on all the people that we want to say hi to. So, yeah, what are your opening thoughts, my friends?
Go ahead, Arwen.
In general, or about the show?
Well,
Give me a little more
what were you going to say before we get started?
Hey, y'all. Good to see you. Sorry, y'all. I'm brain dead tonight. It's been a day. It's great to see everyone. Drew, it's good to be here. I needed this tonight. It's just been weird. Weird moments. Not a weird week, just weird moments. And so yeah, I'm really glad. I'm glad we're here, y'all. I'm home. I feel like I'm home. So thank you.
Yeah, and it's a rare moment. Just wait. One of these times we'll do a Pegasus actual where Arwen has wine.
No, you don't want that. No, God.
We'll have to do a Pegasus actual like that one of these nights.
You don't know what you're asking.
Yeah, that'll be great in itself. Of course, here's one of our OG people on the Pegasus actual panel. Of course, our good buddy author Stephen Walton.
Hail the chat. We're all on cameras now. I promise I'll get on camera. Hail the chat. What's going on,
Oh, no.
everybody?
You stay. You stay like that.
All right, you got it. Are you sure it's not going to confuse your gender, Zach?
I'll just mute you.
Confuse you a little bit.
We're confusing. Tequila says Pegasus Actual Drunk Podcast. Yes, they're already calling for it. They already want Arwen with wine in hand. Oh boy,
Pink Moscato, y'all. Pink Moscato.
Yes, Pink Moscato it is. Captain James T. Skywalker, great to see you, my friend.
Hey, honey.
Yeah, and Arwen is looking very regal and pretty tonight. Absolutely. All right, so tonight's episode, folks, we're getting into season 4, episode 9, and that is the hub. This is a really action-packed one. This is the one where we get into the big battle, the Resurrection Hub, and there's going to be a lot of good stuff in here. So, with that said, Zach, would you like to lead us in?
It would be my honor, sir.
Speak softly and give me back kisses, Zach. Go for it.
Okay, we're off to a great start.
Yeah, sorry. I went old school Pegasus. My bad.
As Drew said, this is season 4, episode 9, The Hub. If you have not smashed that like button, please do. If you have not subscribed and you are new, please do so. And we begin. The episode opens by reliving the final moments of Guess What's Coming to Dinner, up until the moment the Rebel base star jumps. In the space and time between space and time, Rosalind encounters a vision of the priestess Alosha in an empty hallway on a dark Galactica. The hybrid jumps the base star again, as those aboard try to figure out why. In her vision, Rosalind is led by Alosha to a hauntingly empty sickbay, where she sees only herself lying in a solitary bed, breathing her last breaths. After the opening credits, an 8 surmises that the hybrid is panicking in the wake of Natalie's death, as Baltar tries vainly to calm it. The hybrid jumps the ship yet again, and Rosalind's vision continues. seeing herself surrounded by the Adamas, Kara, and Coddle. Elosha chastises her for her lack of empathy as the ship again returns to real space. The 8 tells Hilo and the others that she believes the hybrid to be following the resurrection hub. We then see Hilo and the 8 discussing the tactical situation and the technical problems surrounding pending attack. They formulate a plan for a stealthy ambush that relies on pulling the Viper wings in powered down, towed by Cylon ships to avoid detection. The 8 offers a moment of tender contact to ease Hilo's tensions about the mission. The act does little to help, as she has to explain that the only reason she knows to do what Athena would do is because she accessed her memories after the last download.
Do you think it's a breach of confidence, Zach? I mean, so she knows everything at this point, right? Everything that happened between, those two.
Yeah, that's
What?
That would be uncomfortable for me, to know that another person had all the memories of all the love shared, all the moments shared between him and his wife, basically. It's a creepy moment. And shout out to Mary McDonnell, who, by all the actors and actresses on the show, I love this show. I love the acting on it. Seeing her play the dying Rosalind is hard to watch sometimes because that's such a strong character. Yes. That is one of the best representations of strong feminine power on screen that I've ever seen. So to see her in that state and still maintaining the office of the presidency, just great acting. Really draws you into those scenes and those parts. If you're an empathetic viewer, it always did for me. Did I cut everybody off? Did I fuck up the fly? I've been here in like
no.
It's all good.
It's great to have you back, dude. It's like at this point you've been gone for so long. It's like having a special guest. But
it's horrible. I love this show. Drew and I were. I'm glad that Arwen and Zach are here. Then have picked up the mantle. You guys, I've been catching the episodes, watching you guys, and the passion for this program. This was probably one of the last sci-fi series I ever watched and just fell in love with. Yeah. For everything from the writing, the acting. I mean, there's problems here and there. There has been with the series, but overall, one of my absolute favorites. I think it's definitely a bar that should be held. I think it's something that people writing a sci-fi series should watch and take notes from on how you produce a good series.
Yeah, my stance is it's this up until The Expanse.
Yeah. Yeah,
the Expanse is wonderful. Yeah,
so probably The Expanse after this one. Yeah, it was this up until The Expanse, and to touch on what you just brought up though, Stephen, about the Sharon moment. It kind of harkens back to a line in God, was it season 1 or 2? Might have been 2. Where somebody alluded to the fact that Hilo would be married to her whole line, not just her.
Right.
And we kind of almost see that here. I mean, hold up. All right, if I'm being real, look, folks.
Oh, come on. Y'all can barely handle one woman. You're going to handle an entire line.
Whole army? Oh, you kidding?
If I'm being real, I ain't going to complain about being married to like a whole line of hot Asian wives, all right?
Okay. They're the truth.
Yeah, you're thinking all the good stuff. You're forgetting.
It's going to take all of them to handle Drew.
50 times the bitching, 50 times the nagging, 50 times. I see. All right.
Okay. All right. Point taken.
So I look at it this way.
Me, but he was like, God, I can only handle one of you. And I'm like, yes, you can.
So I look at it this way. Hilo is able to suppress, for lack of a better word, the knowledge that Athena is a Cylon because she's the only one he has to deal with.
Right.
When he gets, this close, this intimate with another 8 that he, for some reason, just didn't make the connection, it's now this realization that the humanity he had given his wife is now gone. It's now just now she's a copy once again because all of these others can be just as much as a human as she was.
But does it also possibly reinforce the idea that you have these Cylons that are all, they're all manufactured. It's an entire line of copies, but there is individuality among them. They can develop, they can evolve, and have individual personalities and be different than the others. I think we've seen a lot of that over season 3 and season 4. Like Boomer. So it's completely different, siding with Cavill, and is over there has an entirely different personality and perspective on what's going on. So I think it really shows the evolution of the Cylons as becoming more individuals as opposed to just copies of one another.
And see, even though they can access the memories and have all that in them, he does not.
Mm-hmm.
He's had one experience with one woman. So I'm having a hard time thinking why he's like, wow. I mean, I could see him being sympathetic to her line because it is her line. But for him to I don't know. I could not see him wanting to take care of them all because his experience ends with just him and Athena.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't translate to all the others.
No, I mean, it's because he's approaching it from a very human aspect.
Yes,
he's a human being, so it's a relationship between himself and one other person.
Exactly.
So there's kind of a weird monogamy, polygamy kind of play going on there, or polyamorous thing. But I think that it reinforces the idea that the Cylons are evolving and they are individuals. An individual Cylon can be its own person.
But the line is also still largely a hive mind, which I think is something that it makes it hard for us as individuals to understand because we don't know what it's like to be part of a hive mind. We're not liberals.
There you go there. You had to.
Yes, I did. I had to.
Wow.
Politics are part of the show.
Zach
Got everybody to laugh. It was good.
Zach pulling in a little bit of the Rogue Resistance flavor. Don't forget, folks,
We're
Rogue
not
Resistance
liberals.
every Tuesday on this channel, where you can get more of the commentary that Zach just threw in there, because we really do go no holds barred on politics and current events on Tuesdays. It's a great show. It's very a whole lot of fun.
And I'd like to agree with Toxic Fusion. Yes, Mary McDonnell is indeed hot. Absolutely.
She's a beautiful woman.
Yes.
Oh, she is.
She's
Absolutely.
beautiful. God, those blue eyes. Yeah, she's gorgeous.
All right, should we continue on a little bit?
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure.
Y'all done about the harem?
Yes.
Can we move on?
Yes. For now.
Nope.
Agathon speaks to Laura in the Raptor. She reinforces her resolve around the hub's destruction and tasks him to bring the number 3 known as Deanna directly to her and not to the Cylons.
Spartacus.
This order flies in the face of the standing agreement between the humans and the rebels. We cut to the Cylon Resurrection Hub, where Deanna is being awakened by Cavill and Boomer, informing her of the war that occurred in the wake of her discovery of the identities of the 5. Deanna, however, notes that Boomer is conspicuously on the opposite side of her model line. Cavill states that she can be a passionate ally, which Deanna corrects with, until she sees something shiny. Hilo and his companion brief the pilots on the nuances of the mission, with several on both sides expressing concerns that the mission should be scrapped. Tensions between some of the squadron and the Model 6 pilots of the Heavy Raiders threaten to derail the brief before Hilo and Sharon step in. In the hybrid chamber, Rosalind and Baltar uselessly attempt to get information out of the eccentric being. They bicker amongst themselves until the hybrid declares that a 3 has been unboxed and jumps again. Back once again in her vision, Elosha walks Laura down the passageways, explaining the link between the faith and health of a people and how it ties to their leader. As they round a corner, they see the Admiral reading passages from Sea Rider Falcon to the bedridden version of Rosalind. After the jump completes, Baltar talks to a Centurion about hierarchy and religion, asserting that Centurions are loved by God as well.
Can I give a quick shout out to Dean Stockwell, who passed away this week?
Yes.
One of my absolute favorite actors. I fell in love with him during Quantum Leap, and then watching him in this episode tonight just hurt my heart. You know, I was reviewing it earlier, and yeah, man, my love to Dean, to his family and friends, brought us so much good content. He's going to be missed. He's really gonna be
Yes,
missed.
indeed. Rest in
Cheers.
peace, Dean Stockwell.
Yeah.
Great actor, and hail to you, Tiger Driver 98. And yeah, great actor, and my gosh,
No one else could play Cavill.
the way that
Nobody.
No, I
the
heard
way
it.
that he did
It was
Cavill.
so
Yes.
good.
I mean, he played this vile asshole of a dude,
Yes.
but he had this charm in this character where you knew this character was a vile asshole of a dude with blood on his hands to boot. But boy, could he steal a scene and just have you like him, even though you hated his guts. But you would get a good chuckle out of him every now and again, and it was just like he was one of a kind. So,
Yeah.
you know, hail to Dean Stockwell. Rest in peace, my friend. Good actor, quality actor, and you know, even the character of Al in Quantum Leap, Stephen. Everybody loved Al.
I love Al. I love Al. I love the episodes where he was the leaper, and the finale that really got to me when he, you know, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but he got something that really damaged him, that character, and changed the trajectory of who that character was his entire life. And also shout out to when he was on Enterprise and got to hang out, you know, again with his former co-host. So like you know, whenever I see Dean in anything since Quantum Leap, whenever I see, I'm like, I will check it out because I really appreciate his acting ability.
Yeah, and free speech is right. Rest in peace, Dean.
Yeah.
And you know, I do want to say we did get a $2.50 tip on Stream Elements from Save the Trees. Save the Trees, thank you very much. You know, I'm just so blessed for people supporting and helping the channel, because it in turn helps myself and of course Mama Heretic, you know, because we are going through some very rough times. So thank you so much, and God bless you for that, and much appreciated. All right, Zach, if you want to go ahead and carry on. Oh God, Shane, I remember that too. Terry Farrell was his way. Yeah, that nice catch on that. I remember that actually.
It's funny. So I did a short tribute video to Dean, and I remember he was in the Lynch film of Dune as well. He played Dr. Yui.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. That's absolutely right.
It's been a long time since I've seen that particular version, but it was nice to recall that little fact.
Well, you know, and I didn't see Dune until the earlier one, the first one, until like after I'd watched Quantum Leap. So again, I recognized him and said, "Oh my God, there's Al," you know,
yeah,
which got me further invested in that film, because you know when actors do their craft well and create attachments with people off screen, you know, there's a transference of empathy there. It really can hook you into other programs that they're in, or get you more invested in other movies or shows. And Dean was just one of those people that did that for me. You know, whenever I saw him in a project, I would give that a try. I would watch that episode, or I would watch that series, or give it a shot, because of how much I enjoyed his presence on screen.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so continuing on. Speaking to Rosalind, Hilo is relieved that Deanna may be in a walking body, but is disappointed she wants to betray the alliance between humans and Cylons, while also thinking that they can in fact trust the Yates. Rosalind tells him he shouldn't let his experiences with his wife cloud his judgment, and orders him to carry out her request. The two are interrupted as an alarm goes off, and Hilo realizes they have reached the hub. On the Cylon Resurrection Hub, Boomer comments with alarm on the arrival of the Rebel base star. Cavill tries to convince Deanna to talk to the rebels and defuse the conflict, but she replies curtly and threatens to shout out the names of the final five. Boomer reports the Rebel base star has launched 25 heavy raiders. Outside, the mixed squadron rapidly closes in on the hub, splitting off to tackle their assigned targets. Realizing the scope of the danger, Cavill deduces the rebels are attempting to destroy the hub, and fearing his pending mortality. On hearing this, Deanna, with smug satisfaction, crushes Cavill's neck, and Boomer flees. Back out in the fight, missiles destroy a node at the top of the hub, taking out its FTL drive. Missiles that were fired by a Raptor, if I should point out. Subsequently, Agathon and the Eight head in with their Raptor, while Baltar continues to evangelize the Centurion. The two encounter Deanna and the dead Cavill. Seeing explosions around them, Hilo tells Deanna to run and grabs her arm. Back out in the fray, Junior Lieutenant Pike panics as his Raptor is almost disabled, and he wants to jump back to the fleet. Diana Celix urges him not to, telling him that the jump is way too far away. When Pike is busy trying to initiate the jump, the Raptor is hit by fire from a raider, hitting Pike square in the chest, mortally, though he does manage to hit the jump button. As they make their escape from the hub, Hilo hesitates upon seeing a number of inert number 8 bodies. His companion 8 tells him they should leave, and drags the objecting Deanna with them. In the hybrid room, Gaius continues to talk to his captive audience, but as the base star is hit by a missile salvo, the explosion destroys the Centurion and injures him. We then see Rosalind and a Marine carry Baltar to a bed, while Laura utilizes a medkit. The President orders them out, bandaging Baltar and injecting him with drugs to kill his pain.
No one has a problem. I'm sorry, but no one has a problem giving Baltar drugs. Because, I wish Script Doctor was here. He loves Baltar. That's his favorite character. He loves him. Absolutely adores him. Shout out to Script.
It's interesting.
Oh, Script Doctor loves him. Oh, you should have. When Script had time to be here the first couple seasons, he would have accolades about that character. Loved him.
Even as an evangelist, Baltar is still opportunistic. It's all about the Baltar, but that's why we love him.
Yeah,
that's why we love it, because he's Baltar.
Right, yes. And I love a good redemption arc. And even though his character isn't necessarily redeemed, like, he does evolve. And I really enjoyed that character. But yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Like in the beginning, like he's talking with Rosalind at the beginning of the episode, and Rosalind's like, you're coming with me, or the recap, because I see you in those visions. And he's like a deer in the headlights. Like, he doesn't know what to say to anybody. This dude is so paranoid and been through so much. He's done a lot of it to himself. He doesn't even know what to do. Great acting, just wonderful acting, So I mean, whenever Baltar gets tortured, I think there's a little bit of joy in all of us that watch this show. It's just whether you like the character or not.
Joy.
Yeah. It just brings joy to your heart to see him get tortured.
It's definitely like, am I enjoying this or not? I have to evaluate myself here. Makes you question your own. I'm liking this a little too much. Just a little bit more.
It's a little statistic.
And that's a good point, because many of the characters have the same thought. They're like, yeah, I want to see this guy go, but it's like, but then what does that say about me?
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
How's my humanity holding up here?
With the exception of Rosalind, she'll space his ass in a heartbeat. She doesn't care. She's such a boss. But yeah, James Callis. Yeah, I haven't been able to see him in too much since then, but I love his representation of Baltar in this series. I mean, shout out to the original Baltar from the original BSG, which we're covering after this. I believe we're going back to doing that, right?
Dude, yeah, rip John Colicos, man.
Yes, God, Colicos, one of my favorite clowns ever.
Dude, he was so good. God, he was so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's
hard to hold a candle to Colicos. It's hard because he's sci-fi legend. But I think James did a good job. I mean, as far as this version of Baltar.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Zach. I'm sorry, brother.
No, it's fine. I trust you guys to stop me when it's a good time.
We got
Otherwise,
some
I'll
other folks that jumped in the chat. Just want to say, hail to Katina Martin. Great to see you. Hail to Memes of Destruction, our buddy. What's going on, Memes? And also hail to Sherry that jumped in the chat. Great to see you as well. So glad to have some fellow BSG fans on board. I'm glad that you guys found this wonderful podcast, and I hope that you enjoy our episode recaps. Hope to see you every week, all you new folks that are coming in, because this is a very fun episode recap and podcast to listen to, because we do have a good time here and it's enjoyable for everybody. And
absolutely,
there's always good energy flowing in this, and
there's been Drew's had the benefit of having so many friends in our in the fellowship that have come through and helped him to do this show. So we have Jane come through here, Scripts. We have shout out to Brian the Gravedigger. Ain't seen him in forever. The Bears come through. Cultures come through. We
just added a $5 tip via Stream Elements. So thank you from Walton Hurst Trees. Just tip $5.
You're all bastards out there. You say you support me, but you hate me. I told Ashley, I said my fans hate me. Just be prepared for that. And then she laughs at me.
Oh man! Oh,
she gets it.
I guess she does.
Yeah.
I was like, we were watching Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective earlier, doing Collectible Pass, Rogue Entertainment Collectible Pass, guys. Great toy show with Vinny Tartamella and Tommy the Guinea Pig Collective.
Yes.
I said, honey, as soon as I say something in the chat, these Italians are going to destroy me. It's going to be, Walton's a tree effort. Da, 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 da. She just laughed at me, and it was true. It's a hail to chat. Oh, there's Walton. He has trees.
Yep. Hail to the Basco scenario. What's up, Basco? Great to see you, buddy.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, and we got 16 viewers right now, so thank you to all of you that are checking the show out. We're having a great time. We're discussing season 4, episode 9, The Hub. Very action-packed episode. And speaking of that, Zach, if you would like to get back into the recap, go ahead and do so.
Absolutely. In his drug-induced state, Baltar starts talking to Rosalind about religion, telling her that he once harbored terrible guilt. Pressed on as to what his guilt is for, he tells Rosalind unwittingly that he gave the Cylons the access codes prior to the fall of the 12 colonies.
Get him to an airlock! Sorry.
He then compares the colony's fall to the flood Pythia spoke of, which wiped out most of humanity and rejuvenated them. Utterly shocked by Baltar's confession, Rosalind tries to kill him by removing his bandages and allowing his blood to flow freely. As he loses his lifeblood, he begs her to stop.
No, isn't that great? Arwen, you were caught up in that moment.
She's got balls the size of over anyone.
Yeah,
over anyone. I was just like this. I don't know how many times I've seen it, but I'm like, oh my God, she's going there. What I do it. Yeah.
Because she gonna kill him. She will kill him. She is the mother bear, always has been. When it comes to protecting the human race, she took that responsibility to heart, and the shock to her mind. I mean, it's just the load that was placed upon her from that moment, from the season one, from the season 1, episode 1 on. She will do whatever she has to do to protect the human race. She's known that Baltar was a villain. She's had that feeling from the gate, even when he was working with them. He was their head scientist, and Adama too. Adama will stab somebody.
That look that she gives him when he's like, "Oh, can I have my guilt?" She's just like,
I don't care about your guilt.
I know what you're gonna say, bitch, and you better say it right now because I know it. I suspected it. I did.
Right.
Fury Kitten said, Rosalind's in the rain. Oh, shit, Kevin.
Yes.
Yes.
She's ready. That scene is
nice,
just,
Gary.
wow.
I was sorry, I mean cut you off. I just that moment, that scene is just even when you rewatch it, you're like, is she gonna kill this mother? She gonna kill
I'm telling you, every single time.
every time.
Yeah, I do. Before we go on and give Zach the floor again, want to say hello to Macklin Made It, obviously, and also I want to give a shout out to all of our service people that are in the chat tonight. Any of you out there that have served or are currently serving in armed forces here in America or around the world, our hats go off to you. It is Veterans Day here in America. I also want to just say quickly, rest in peace, Dad. I know that you're up there looking down on us, and I want to thank you for your 30 plus years of service, and I'm so glad that you are honorably resting in Arlington where you belong, because
Lord and Lady bless.
I love my pops, and I'm glad the example that he set for me, and I've carried on, even though that I personally didn't serve, I've carried on being a patriot because of him. So I'm very thankful for that. So much props to all the service people out there. We do this show in all the endeavors on this channel. I do have a very soft spot for veterans, and I am supportive of our military men and women, and always will be. So shout out to everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful Veterans Day. So all right.
Drew, my late husband was a vet too.
Awesome.
He was
awesome. Well, the same thing. Big props to him, and God bless him, and thank your husband for his service. It's good that we don't forget about the vets, because it's so important to remember just exactly what they've given and what they've sacrificed.
Well, I mean, those are the people that would be on the front lines, just like in this fictional tale, that would be put their lives on the line to protect the human race or to protect our values. So thank you to everybody who served. Absolutely, man. God bless you.
And on another note, if you want to read this tip, Steve, go right ahead.
Oh my God, Walton gets a bit sappy. Just tipped $2.50. Tommy, is this you bastard? Is this because I came in your stream?
I have no idea who it is.
All y'all vows, all y'all Italians get me. Busted my balls.
Oh, man.
Mother. No, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting.
Go with the flow. You have no control.
Don't say that, Arwen. Then they'll start bringing up coffee enemas.
You have no control. Trust me.
I ain't safe. There ain't nothing I can say. I ain't safe. Hate.
Oh yeah, indeed, free speech. Thank you for that wonderful comment.
Yes.
Oh man. All right, Zach, you want to go ahead and continue? And hail to Dr. Adega. Thank you for being here, my friend.
Are you currently holding your pussy? What's going on right there? What's that?
One of them, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have multiple. Oh, you got a line, huh?
I've got a whole line. Yep.
She's so sad.
Sorry.
Hey, I got 12 outside that door, so.
And this is no lie. Arwen
cluster pussy. Yeah, all right. All right.
Outside my office door, and they all went in too.
True, this show got fun.
See, Drew, you sure you want to introduce Juan?
Hilo announces that he has Deanna on board his Raptor and orders a nuclear strike on the hub. The waiting Vipers fire their missiles, destroying the helpless facility and at least one of the two escort base stars in a glorious explosion. Deanna and the Eight wax poetic about their new status as mortal beings. Baltar continues to beg for his life. During another FTL jump, Rosalind has another vision. in which William Adama stands over a dying Laura, as Alosha looks on and convinces her to show Baltar mercy, saying that humanity cannot be saved on a case-by-case basis. Alosha tasks her with simply learning to love someone, as we watch Adama kiss the vision version of her goodbye, placing his wedding ring on her still hand. After the jump, Roslin checks to see if Baltar is still alive, then begins rebandaging him and giving him an IV. Aboard the Rebel base star with Deanna, Hilo argues with the Eight, saying that his orders are to take Deanna to the President, which leaves her in complete shock. The Eight is visibly upset, and Deanna comments cynically that such double-dealing is a very human trait. The entire exchange leaves the Sharon model hollow, with shattered trust. Hilo brings Deanna to Roslin, who orders him out, and tells him not to let anyone else in. Deanna immediately inspects the injured Baltar, and speculates that he's likely to survive. When asked about the final five, Deanna jokingly tells Roslin that she's one of them, but refuses to provide any information until she feels she is completely safe. The information being the only thing she has now that she is the only three left in the universe and functionally mortal. Deanna says she will continue to tell Roslin who the final five are after she is taken back to the human fleet. Sometime later, Laura sits alone, listening to the hybrid. As the hybrid jumps, she has a final encounter with Alosha, whom she sees in the same room this time, cluing her into something waiting for her at the end of the jump. In this episode's final scene, waiting in space, William Adama's faith is rewarded as he sees the Rebel base star jumping in. In the landing bay, he meets President Laura Roslin. As the two embrace, they finally admit their love for each other through tears of joy and relief. And the episode cuts to black.
Yeah,
That's a great romance.
That was pretty awesome. You know,
Yes.
we finally got our official, you know, Mama and Papa Dama moment, and I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the exchange between them. Going back to you know, the exchange between Deanna and Roslin, that was too, you know, because Deanna was cheeky, you know. She said she just, like, seriously, she was just fucking with her, like, you know, oh, you don't know that you're one of them, and then like Rosalind just has this look on her face, and then Deanna starts laughing. She's like, oh, the look on your face, you know. That was great, and the whole thing where she said, you know, I'm hedging my bets with this information, you know, because look, I'm the only three left in the galaxy, honey. I gotta watch my behind, and you know, and she basically, Deanna really shines.
I'm glad you're fucking comfortable.
Yeah, but the thing
God,
is,
it's a small dog.
Yeah, I know. That's like my one cat. My one cat, Gambit. He's like 13 pounds, and he's a lap cat. He likes to jump up in my lap, and it's like, dude, watch yourself. But no, the Drew. But there's some there's a lot of good interactions here, and the battle scenes in this episode.
Oh yes.
I mean, gorgeous. Cinematography in these battle scenes. I mean,
still better than Disney Star Wars.
Oh, dude!
Dude! I mean, who doubts that?
It's some of the most. You know, and shout out goes again to Gary Hutzel, the guy that did all the special effects for this. As you may not know, folks, they got Gary Hutzel straight from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So at Deep Space Nine, if you remember, had some of the most epic battle scenes in Star Trek.
Yes.
Yes.
And they upped their game an extra notch when they did BSG, and
Mhm.
my God, this has some of the best episodic battle scenes in the entire show. So go back and check out this episode, because just for the sheer battle scenes alone, those of you that love action will just like you'll be like just action overload when you watch that sequence.
Absolutely. You look at the last few seasons of DS9, you know, in the battle scenes during the Dominion War, and you know, it's some of the best Star Trek. Deep Space Nine is my favorite series of all the Star Trek series. You know, and like you said, there's a lot of people that came from the production of that into Battlestar, but they, you know, he really had a chance to shine in the battle sequences. You know, the value of what we got in each one. You know, every penny being counted in this show. Also, you know, seeing Aloja again was kind of reminded me of. Oh God, I can't think of her name now. Seeing the spiritual leader of the Bajorans in season 1, and she, you know, she passes away in season 2. I think we got to see her like maybe one more time in a vision later on. Kind of gave me that feeling because that was an important character in season 2. She was the spiritual leader that was leading them. That was kind of leading Rosalind to really discovering her faith in where she was being led. You know, this is a very, very, very religious, a heavy religious overtone in this show, and she was a very critical part, really critical character in that. So it was good to see her again, to see an actress return to the show, and Deanna's in a tough spot. Lucy Lawless, Lucy, I love Lucy Lawless.
Spartacus,
she every time. You were mentioning Spartacus earlier. I watched that with Ashley Lynn. I was like, you ain't seen the show? You need to watch this show.
So good.
Oh man, Lucy Lawless. I gained new respect for her at Spartacus, boy. That's all I got.
I liked her in Ash versus the Evil Dead. Like she was.
She was great in that. I mean, she's burn notice. I mean, she's good in anything she does. Let's face it. It's Cena, y'all. It's Cena.
Yes. Right.
Come on. Right. And she's like, I don't trust any of you bitches. All of this is by themselves. So I'm not playing ball. But God, when she tells Rosalind, you could be one. Think about it from Rosalind's perspective, though, y'all. How would you know?
Right. Well, I mean, that's
for
kind
a split second, she's like, whoa, my world just got blown.
Yeah, considering all the visions that she's had, the things that she's gone through, like that could be a possibility, you know.
Yeah, that would freak me out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll say it once, I've said it again, I've said it before in previous reviews, you know, there's not so much of it right now, but I mean, in the past several years, we've heard a lot of squawking coming out of Hollywood about, you know, female representation and strong women representing this and that. In comic books, the current comic books, current films, a lot of them just don't do it right. Go back to this time in filmmaking and TV series. This is how it was done right.
Every single female character was well portrayed in the show.
Shout out to Candace McClure.
Because they had strengths, they had weaknesses, and they were portrayed as human. But
they weren't men. They were treated as men.
But in the
they were fully rounded characters. Women.
When they had their moments where they had to step up and do something, and they were spotlighted, these women shined, and it was all done in an organic storytelling aspect, and that is the major difference that you do not get now, because everything is such over the top virtue signaling. This was not that. This was organic and good writing. Well, and that's why this show excelled.
Well, it's like, you know, today, like in order to get strong female representation, and like this is the way the comic creators and TV and people, the woke people in Hollywood look at it. You need to have the Red Hulk, the Red She-Hulk, the freaking huge masculine Hulk, or you got to have you know, men born into women's bodies to be Amazons or some shit. You know, like there's strength in femininity. Like if you are trying to tell me that we're being sexist because we don't appreciate this or that, and in order for you to equal that out, you need to make women masculine. That's a problem. That's sexism. That's a problem of your perception. There is a strength. There is a defined legacy of strength in femininity.
They
whether
do
it's
that,
motherly-
and then Hollywood acts like hoo-haws were never existed before 2018.
right.
It's like,
Yes.
we can go back and prove that there were real strong female characters in these shows, and they never had to push an agenda. They never had to they were there.
I really, one of these days, Arwen, I really want you and Purple to do a really good, intense stream on that and really kind of point that out and point out those examples. Because I think, from a woman's perspective, to hear, two women discuss that and really bring that out and reinforce it. We need the women in our fellowship to step up and point out that hypocrisy, because it's never
we're tired of it.
Yeah, it's never going to change unless we have women step up and say, "Look, Hollywood, you're absolutely fucked in your little pea brains. You have no idea how to portray women anymore, the way that you did."
They portray women as men. They're saying, to be a strong woman, now you have to look and act like a man. And we're like, no, because then you would be more like a man. We're women. Men, women. I mean, hello. So yeah, we'll talk about that.
I have to
and good male
check that out, Zach.
I'm sorry. And also as far as the male characters too, you had all of the you could show masculinity in several different forms. There were characters that were emotional, characters that had attachments, fatherly.
Yeah.
There was a lot of positive representation. Oh God, thank you.
That's
another good positive male representation right there. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
God bless you. God has blessed you. God is bless you. Yes. Move your pussy. Thank you.
Scoot up, Zach. Let everyone know.
Yeah.
I love them ladies. I love all them ladies.
Oh yeah. Hail to that. Oh man. Damn. Well, I will say, in closing, because I know we got on a good tangent there. I know in closing, for me, this episode was definitely, I would say, an 8.5 or a 9. I really enjoyed so many aspects of this episode. The action, because I'm an action guy. I love my explosions. I love my good stuff. I love my awesome battle sequences. This was like absolutely kick-ass the whole way around. The interactions, the drama, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
It was oh God, it was chef's kiss for me. I loved it. So I give this one, and I have a bias. I'll give it a 9. I'm settling on a 9.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I was busy insulting Tommy. He's a jerk off.
Yeah.
No, someone else can go ahead.
Yeah, Arwen.
Okay, I will give it a 9. 1, because I'm a hopeless romantic, and that end scene just makes my cold little heart go pitter pat.
Yeah.
I just love it with Adama and Rosalind. I'm like, finally.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, the battle scenes in there are just, oh God, they're amazing. The whole Baltar and Rosalind thing, when she finally comes back to the brink of her humanity, and despite her personal feelings against this man, she's like, no, it's a life, and I don't have the right to choose when it's in my hands who lives and who dies. Alosha was in there, and she's always been one of my favorite characters.
Mm-hmm.
Love her. I'll give it a solid 9. A solid 9.
Zach, get your hands away from your crotch. All right.
Yeah.
You see that?
Fury Kitten points out a good one, and this was one we might have missed here. During my reboot, I missed one of the little scenes tonight as Hilo looking distraught over the death of the Eights. Yeah, that was a nice little thing, and that's the type of things in this show, Fury, that they do well. You see really good, actual, honest representations of a very human reaction to things like that, and that's what sets this show apart, because they show that. One thing that I both loved and hated about Star Trek was the fact that Star Trek didn't show enough of those type of moments. You see that in Battlestar, and that's the stark difference between Battlestar and most sci-fi. So absolutely, 100% agreed with you on that, buddy. So thank you for pointing that out. All right, Steve, what was your take and score on this episode?
I haven't been on this show in so long. I had to calm myself down first because I was going to go 10. I don't give out 10s easy. No, I enjoy this episode. I think I'm a little bit emotionally impacted seeing Dean on screen after hearing the news of him passing away. Because I loved seeing him. Seeing Lucy Lawless again return, which was I loved the Deanna character. Was great. The completion of the love arc with Adama and Rosalind, like just them finally embracing, what we've always known, what we've always seen, even when there was tension between them, because these two characters have had to maintain this barrier, this separation between the military and the office of the president for so long. That they're at a point in time where she's having to basically stare death in the face once again. It's coming, and all the pressure that these people have had for so long. It's good to see them come together. That's a great romance story. I love that story.
I agree.
I mean, all the action sequences and the subtleties and the different characters, the interactions between them. There's a lot of little moments, little emotions, little confrontations that we've been waiting for 3.5 seasons that have come to this point. So it's definitely a 9.5 in my opinion, just because of we're getting payoffs to so many things that were set up in previous seasons. So yeah, 9.5.
All right,
that's good.
And of course, we go over to Mr. Zach, aka Brightest Day. Zach Field, basically.
Zach is so giving today.
So I'll be the guy to give it a 10 because I feel like a lot of people are going to say this episode deserves it. And you just pointed out a lot of good points, and it's that this episode brings to a head many of the overarching themes of the entire series. It closes off a lot of plot lines. It gives us some very, very tense and tender moments and makes us question things even this far into the series, like the conversation we were having before. This far into a series that is wrought with high level thought and themes of theology and mortality and all these other things, and you're still questioning it. Like that is a sign of extreme quality. Like it's I got to give it a 10. I have to. I have to be the one.
I don't blame you. Yeah. I don't blame you. Yeah, it's just all the payoffs that we got, and I mean, Rosalind. Go ahead.
Lucy Lawless spends almost the entire episode in a bathroom.
For that, I'm like, all right, which one of you is going to say that?
Where have you been?
Me, but...
I had that one in the pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. The Rosalind about to murk Baltar scene is just so good. There's moments in this episode that are epic. That are just like, thank you. Or like, you're in suspense, or you're happy to see the journeys of certain stories finally come to a head.
The mama Papa Dama moment, is great. I love that dynamic, the mama and Papa Dama.
Absolutely, man.
This is a really good Rosalind episode.
Yeah,
she goes through a lot in this episode.
Yes, she does. I mean, it runs the gamut.
It's a spiritual journey. It's almost a murderous journey. It's a lover's journey. I mean, this poor woman's head's about to explode. How many emotions can she feel at once? She really does.
Dying, facing death again. Having visions about it.
Seeing yourself dead. I mean,
yes. It's like they pop through the vision scenes where you see her as she was in the first season, like healthy, and then you see her with the wig, and the emaciated look that they did so well on.
They did. It was very convincing.
This episode pulls you in so many different emotional directions, and in a good way. It's not sloppy. It's not ham-fisted. It really is. It's one of the best episodes I think in the series.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
This is probably one of my top 3 favorites of season 4 for me personally.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
but is it better? Is it better than Katie using Baltar and then basically saying, "Make me a sandwich"? Is it better than that? Was it better than him? Was it better than the
okay.
Starbuck? Was it better than that scene?
All I gotta say
Because
is,
that's the bar right there. That's like she just used him and was like, "Hi, bitch, I'm done."
yeah. No, I'm just looking over at Zach. Yeah,
You're bringing it back, brother. Thank you. You're bringing it back.
I got you. I got you.
She is a
See
beauty.
this?
She is a
Mhm.
beauty.
Absolutely. All this the
Yeah.
entire cast. All of them. I love everybody on that cast.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, what an episode! So, all right, well, we got our scores and everything. There you go. I gave it a 9. Steven had a 9.5. Zach had a 10. Arwen, you had a 9, didn't you?
I don't remember. Was it a 9 or a
I think
9.5? No.
I think you're.
remember.
I'm just gonna say 9.5 for Arwen because I know
Okay.
that she's gonna go up a half a point.
I
now.
have done that before. I have changed my score.
Yes,
before
you
y'all
have.
see it.
You know, and Lady
I have
Miss,
no shame in that.
Lady Miss, thank you so much
Lady
for the
Miss.
$5. We appreciate it so much. Oh, God bless you. You know, myself and Mama Heretic, you know, we appreciate that. Rough Girl, hey, great to see you.
Oh,
Rough.
what's up, rough girl?
Much love.
Yeah.
Absolutely love Rough Girl. She's
Great.
a wonderful, wonderful person. So, yeah, you know, this was just a really awesome episode. I'm glad that we all enjoyed it. I'm glad that the chat enjoyed it, and we're gonna come back next week. What's the name of next week's episode, Zach? I forgot the title for next week. And
Honey, you're muted.
Zach totally muted himself.
Yeah. If I move this, it makes a horrible sound that you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
But you're
I can tell you in
Wow.
like 2 seconds.
No, we all like failed on having the.
I'm so
episode
trying to
guide
look,
on
but my
the
browser just locked up. I'm sorry.
Well, we
I'm a YouTuber.
this
a
is
bunch of boomers. So
this is a middle-aged person live stream for you folks.
Revelation. Revelations is the title.
So next
Thank
week's
you, Zach.
episode, when you guys tune in, it will be entitled Season 4, Episode 10, Revelations. It's going to be another pretty decent episode because I believe that they're going to we're going to get into
Oh, this is where the
some-
Cylons freak out. The red ship's going. This is where they freak out.
yeah, we're going to get into some
it's a good
really
episode.
some big stuff. So
Mhm.
make sure that you check out next Thursday. Check out Pegasus Actual, same time, same place. And don't forget, those of you that want to talk about politics and current events, again, I encourage you to check out Rogue Resistance on Tuesday. I'm going to try to have the new intro done by then. If I can't do it myself, I'm going to see to it that somebody can, I can reach out and get a little assistance on that. And we'll get that. We'll get that new intro for Rogue Resistance. You can check that out on Tuesday, and we usually do that about 6:40 p.m. It's really awesome because, you guys know how I roll. Those of you that are regulars have been supporting this channel for a long time. Myself, Wes Moody, Mortal Coil, people like that around our circle. We are fearless when it comes to talking about what's going on. And we will always try to bring you a perspective that gives you the truth, that doesn't mess around. You won't get any video manipulation here like you will from the mainstream media. You won't get the spin you get from the mainstream media. We'll always give it to you on a straight level. So make sure that you catch that on Tuesdays, because I try to bring on compelling guests. I've had congressional candidates, which I've got some more in the works there.
Nice.
I'm also going to reach out to John B. Wells and see if I can't get him on at some point, have a discussion with John B., since John B. had me on his program. So, we're working on some things, and you'll definitely want to stay tuned to Rogue Resistance for that. So thank you for supporting my channel as always. Thank you for being your awesome selves, and thank you for supporting everyone else's channel, Arwen and Zach and Steven and the rest of us in the Rogue Entertainment sphere. Thank you for supporting us, and hail to you, Hetty Lamar. Great to see you, my
Yeah, what's
friend.
up, Hetty?
Yeah,
See you in a minute.
great to see Hetty. And I just want to say, yeah, you are all loved and appreciated, those of you in the chat. So with that, I'll go around the panel, let everybody kind of talk about where they can be found and what they're doing, and then we will get on out of here. And we'll start with the best looking out of all of us, and that be Arwen Avalon.
Oh my God. Okay.
Come on.
All right. Yeah.
Dazzle it.
Stop, y'all. God. All right. Tomorrow, I have 2 birthday celebrations coming up, y'all, because my birthday's actually Saturday. But tomorrow at 7:00 Eastern on Maria's Tia Telly channel, there's going to be Tipsy with Tia Telly.
Wait, did you say Titsy?
Titsy? What?
Tipsy, like wine. Tipsy with Tia and Telly. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's going to be tomorrow night on Maria's channel at 7:00. We're going to be celebrating part my birthday and part she's got some special announcements going on. So that's going to be fun, and I'm going to have my pink Moscato. So y'all come on out, let's party. And then oh God, Saturday. Wait, Saturday's going to be busy. I've got Eris of Chaos' stream at 3 Eastern on her channel, T-shirted Historian stream at 5 on his channel, and then I am streaming, y'all, at 7 p.m. Eastern on my channel. We are having a wine, whatever, come out, two drink minimum, but you don't have to drink. You do have to drink, but you don't have to drink alcohol. Bring your tea, bring your water, bring your whatever. It is going to be open mic. Oh my God. So y'all come out and help me celebrate my birthday, because last year my birthday sucked ass. It really did.
When is this going to be?
Saturday night at 7 o'clock on my channel, 7 Eastern.
Oh, the road crew will be crashing in there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna send the road crew over until Sporkins chat start. Yeah, we'll do that because we're not gonna be on at 7.
Y'all do it. We're just gonna let everything hang out and have a good time.
All right.
I think I'm drinking sangria that night, so it'll be fun.
Oh gosh.
So y'all come.
She got it all planned out. She's got the menu.
I've already bought my bottles. I've
Pink
got my
Moscato
bottles.
this night.
I got my outfit picked out.
Can a mod share a link out to Erwin's channel? Hetty's asking for it.
Yeah, Toxic or one of the other mods that you can put.
It'll be the only other thing on my channel besides the Pink and Purple episodes. So this is like, oh my God, I think Purple's gonna help me run it, because I'm supposed to be running this, and I'm gonna be partying.
You're gonna be absolutely
it's my birthday, damn it.
wrecked. You are gonna be shit face wrecked.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, so y'all come out and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And Sunday I'm on Makani's stream at 4:30.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
All right. So we'll go over now to the man, the myth, the legend, Brightest Day. All right, sir. Tell them what you got going on, where you can be found.
So I can be found here on YouTube, Twitch, Odyssey. Yes, this is number 2.
Sorry.
Sweet baby, I love
Beautiful.
that kitty.
Yeah, that gets.
If you want more BSG content, I have started releasing a series of short videos that I call Cylon War Stories. They are actual U.S. servicemen's stories set in the Battlestar Galactica universe. The first one has been out this last week. The second one drops Saturday, I believe. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, booked with Brightest Day. I read sci-fi novels to you. Feel free to drop in and lurk. Thursday is my gaming stream. Tuesday is my model building stream. And also Thursday, Pegasus Actual.
Nice.
Yeah.
Coming off
Yeah,
camera.
man.
Drew was sleeping.
Yeah, no, I
He's
was
getting paranoid,
typing.
man.
I was typing. Come on now. You know. And besides, I just wanted to give Zach some equal screen time, so he didn't feel left out.
Everybody wants to look at me.
That was that.
You're gorgeous. I have a little bit of a man crush.
But yeah, I like how Zach does some unique stuff. You know, those stories that he does with mixing in actual service people's stories, but with the Battlestar Galactica flavor, man, it's really awesome because it pulls you right in. And I've checked out his Booked with Brightest Day streams where he's reading the different various novels. I know he's been doing Kai's book on there, reading Kai's book, which is awesome because we're turning around and we're supporting our independent creators, and that's something that we're big on doing for one another. And we do support independent creators, all of us do, and that's what is so good about this fellowship. So, you know, we will always support our fellow brothers and sisters, whether we're content creators, whether we're creating comic books, novels, anything. We will support each other's endeavors because that's just how we are. We're one big family, and we always roll that way.
Yes,
but yeah, thank you, Zach, for linking Kai's book. You know, but yeah, that said, let's go over to Steven. I'll let Steven talk about some of the things that he has going on, and you can also give some really cool announcements about what Rogue Entertainment has going on. All right, Steven.
Absolutely. First off, the last 3 years, I've seen so many independent creators rise from comic books, YouTube channels, commentators, podcasts, and wonderful things going on. Hail to my boy Drunk 3PO, whose podcast is taking off. Love that man. Been around with him since he was 100 subs. Love seeing it. Love seeing people grow. Please support Arwen. Please support Brightest Day. Please support Supreme Heretic. Share out a link to this channel so that we can get him monetized. We can get Brightest monetized. Everybody in our fellowship monetized. Guys, check out Rogue Entertainment this weekend at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, special time. We're going to have Comics Division on. We're going to have Brightest Day there with us. We're going to have Drew Taylor with us and a few other guests. And we're going to have a great time talking to him. And then check out the birthday stream over our Arwen's channel, please. And then the dump is going to be coming on after that. Check out on Tuesdays. Please check out Rogue Resistance here on this channel. On Wednesday, check out the dump and then Going Rogue on Etep Queen and the Place to Be reviews. On Thursdays, check out the Red Gaze and Rogues Gallery, where we support independent creators in this community.
Sorry, that's my train.
Where we support independent creators in this community. And then Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective with Vinny Tartamello with Collectible Past on Friday. Check out alternating between Snow W's Entertainment and my channel, Rogue Cotton's TWA with our own Ashley Lynn. And then the Rogues at 2 a.m. on Saturday with myself and Ashley on my channel. Support, guys, your favorite 2 or 3 YouTubers. Send out links to their channel. Support them because we don't have an industry to support us. We only have each other and we rise together. Hail to the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here, for being the backbone, the support for all of us. I am author Stephen Walton, the Fandom Menace historian, your historian, born in the chats with my brothers and sisters, fighting for our modern mythologies. Wash your hands, wash your ass, be good to each other. Peace.
That's right, folks. And you know me, of course. I am Drew Taylor, aka Supreme Heretic. I write for boundingintocomics.com. I host this show every Thursday, and of course, Rogue Resistance on Tuesdays. Until next week, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we love you. So say we all.
So say we all.
So say we all.
Drew, you've got to actually hit the button. long I've been gone.